Okay, so today's video is going to be about my dating life. I've shared with you previously what was happening, and so I'll just give you, if this is the first video you've seen about my dating life, I'll just give you an update. So I met someone online on a dating site, and we hit it off, right away. But he made it clear in the very beginning he just wanted to start out as friends. That was totally fine with me, because my thought is, what else would we start out as, So he laid that out in the beginning. So great. We're starting out as friends. But keep in mind, we met on a dating site. Okay, we didn't meet on a friend site. Anyway, so when we met, I had a lot going on personally. He had a lot going on personally. So although we communicated just about every single day from the first time we met, like mainly via text, a lot of texting. But it did get to a point where the texting got a little old. We talked on the phone. Usually I would initiate a phone call because I'm not a big texter. Like, I need to hear you. I need to hear you breathing. I need to hear your energy, and just, I need to hear. So anyway, that went on for a while, but again, I had a lot going on my end, and he was very comforting during that time, which was great. And I needed a friend at that time, so it was great. So then, and on his end, he had lost his fiance, so he told me he was still grieving. Okay, although he was in a relationship after losing her. He was in a full-blown relationship for about 9 months after losing his fiance, which didn't work out. Okay, so fast forward to the friend thing. Now, one thing that I thought was key, or it was a red flag for me, but I didn't realize it was a red flag at the time, because again, I had a lot going on, so I wasn't really putting a lot of energy into this friend relationship, whatever you want to call it. I wasn't putting a lot of energy into it. So we never actually went out on a date, ever. Like, whether you want to call it a date or you want to call it whatever you want to call it, we never went out to break bread. We never went out to have a meal. That's weird to me, because the time I've known him, it was about 5 months total. And even though you had a lot going on, I had a lot going on, never went out. The one time we were scheduled to go out, we had plans. We had supposedly the restaurant picked out, and now he was having some health challenges, some stomach issues and all during the whole time I've known him. In fact, when I go back to texts from the first couple of texts, he said he didn't text me right away because he was having stomach problems. Okay. So the night we were scheduled to go out, he couldn't go out because his stomach was all upset. Okay, great. I'm good, So then from there, so we never went out. Oh, that one time we were scheduled to go out, he had all these stomach problems. So okay, fine. But my thought was, the next day or the next week, immediately on his end, he should be wanting to reschedule. Like, I'm sorry, let's reschedule that. That never happened. It kind of faded away. It kind of fizzled away. Nobody ever said. I didn't bring it up, but mental note that the one time we're supposed to go out for dinner, you can't because your stomach. Okay. I'm understanding person. I'm caring person, and all. But the stomach issue was a theme throughout. Anyway, so we had one conversation that went left. It was about him just letting me know that, listen, I thought about it. I don't want to ever, and he didn't say it like this, but might as well had. He was like, I don't see us as being anything ever but friends. That's it. We just gonna be friends. And what he had told me he was still grieving his fiance. So I'm like, oh, okay, you just want to be friends, okay. Meanwhile, he had told me also that he was still on the website where we met, the dating website where you meet people you want to date. He was still on that website, but yet he just still wanted to be friends. Okay. So, yeah. So then he told me that, and I was hurt. I was really hurt because I'm like, well, why am I wasting my time? I got friends. I don't need an extra friend. And I didn't go on a website a dating site to meet a friend. So anyway, so now the conversation went way left. I said some things that, probably I shouldn't have said, but I meant it. I felt it. I was like, I just said some things that I shouldn't have said. Okay, so after that, here's where I pick up in the rest of the story. So, I apologize for what I said. I didn't curse him out or anything like that. So, just so we know. But I just said some things that I shouldn't have said. And, so, the next day, like I said, I apologized. And I said, I just want to make sure we are, how did I put it? That we're good. That there's no ill will between us, because we do know people. We know we have mutual, at least one person in particular is a mutual friend. So I don't want to ever run into this guy and it'd be awkward, it'd be crazy, it'd be like, that was my intention. I just said, I don't want there to be any ill feelings, he replied, he was like, no, there's no ill feelings, like, you're good. He was like, maybe one day we'll talk, whatever. So I was like, okay. I said, do you want to talk now? Like, are you free? Can you talk now? I'm not gonna wait till one day in the future. I want to talk to you now. He's like, nah, I'm not really ready to talk to you right now. This is all via text. He's like, I'm not ready to talk to you now. You're not ready to talk to me now. Okay. All right, I'm understanding. So I'm like, okay, you're not ready to talk now? Okay, so we text back and forth. So I think a week goes by. I don't communicate to him. I don't reach out to him because I'm in my mind, I'm done. All these red flags that I had that I didn't, act on or whatever at the time, they're coming to life. And I'm like, this guy is not the one, clearly. Okay. So then, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff about his background and, that I'm not even going to get into in this video. But, there were other red flags. So, okay. So he says he's not ready to talk. Okay. All right. That's kind of weird to me, but okay. You're not ready to talk. Okay. So then, sorry. Yeah, so then a week goes by, no communication. So then he texts me out of nowhere. He texts me and he says something about, this is why I wouldn't work out with you. And he gives me some example. He said, oh, this is what he says, because he is older. I mean, he's about, I don't know, 7, 8 years older than me. 6, 7, 8 years, something like that. Not like 20 years or 10 years, but he's about 6, 7 years older. He said in this text that he sends me, this random text, he says, yeah, it wouldn't have worked out between us because I've done stuff that you've never done before. Okay. And like, we all have done stuff that the other has never done. That's, I mean, you're not going to meet somebody that you and that person have done exactly the same things in life. That's called impossible. Like, seriously? You've done things in life that I've never done. Okay. I mean, like, you trying to insult me now? What you trying to do? Okay. Because what you're not about to do is try and insult me. Yeah, you got kids. I don't have any kids. That's what you're talking about? Okay. I mean, your kids are like grown out of the house, got kids of their own, about to like, why is that such a issue? Because I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to put his business out there. I'm not doing that. But okay, but he didn't even say that was one of the things. This was the example he used. The example he said to me, which was crazy. The example was that, oh, we had a conversation about me coming over. I mentioned, because he does cook. So I said, oh, it would be nice one day if if I came over and, whatever. You cook, we just hung out at your house, whatever. I said that. And somewhere in that conversation, he got that twisted and thought I was saying that I've never, and this is what he put in the text, I've never gone over to a man's house, hung out with him, and had dinner with him at his house. What? Like, when you're dating someone, that's what you do. You hang out together. You go over their house, they go over your house, and you hang out. And if that person cooks, they cook. If you cook, you cook. Whatever. But that's what you do when you're dating. Like, what do you mean I've never done that? And I never said I've never done that. That is so, like, I'm over 50. Why wouldn't I have done that in a dating situation? Like, it was so crazy for him to use that as an example. I mean, use an example that you've been married before, and yeah, again, I'm not trying to put his business out in the street. He's been married before, and he does have kids. Use that as an example to say that you've done things that I haven't done. Use that, but don't use the stupid, crazy, the fact that you're saying that I said that I've never been over to my man's house and we just hung out together. That's it. That's all you got. So anyway, so he sent that text, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, fool. I mean, I didn't say that in the text, but basically, I was just like, I never said that. So okay, so then another week goes by. And so I say, hey, are you open to talking? Like, again, he was there for me at a critical time in my life, so I don't want to have any bad blood. I just want to, like, let's have the conversation and then we can end this. But this whole texting back and forth. So when I text him that, can we just talk? Are you available to talk tonight? And he was like, I don't know. I got to think about it. He said, I don't want you to, something about my mouth. He didn't want my mouth to, like trying to say that like I'm always running off at the mouth. That's what he was saying, basically. And I'm like, you know me for 5 months. I don't get down like that. That's not who I am. I'm not a person that just runs off at the mouth constantly. Because if so, that would have become an issue way before now. We had one conversation that, again, it went left, and now you're classifying me as somebody that just runs their mouth randomly, and you know. So okay, so then so yeah, he says he can't talk. Okay, so then my thought is, so basically this man, in his mind, in his delusional mind, he has me on I want to say is it probation, or he has me on pause, something like that. He's not taking my calls right now. I'm not a kid. I'm a grown woman up in these streets. You are not going to put me on timeout. That's what it feels like. He got me on timeout. No, I'm not doing that. So I blocked him. Yeah, I blocked him. I'm not interested in, at this point, I'm not interested. You're not going to reach out to me 2 months from now and then try to pick up where we left off. You're not doing that. Or you're not going to come back 2 months from now and try and strike up a conversation, you know, to justify. No, I'm done. I'm done. So done. I kept his number. I didn't delete his number because if he does call, I want to know that that's him calling. So I just blocked him. Well, I won't get his call anyway. I blocked him. I blocked him there. We were Facebook friends. I blocked him over there. He took me out of his friend thing on Facebook, which is great because he don't have to see my posts. I don't have to see his. So we're done. But my whole thing is I didn't want it to end like that because he was there for me during a critical time in my life, and I don't go around trying to have no bad blood with nobody, and no, you know. So, but that's how you roll. That's how you get down. At your age, you're in your 60s. Nah, man, I'm good. So anyway, that's an update on my dating life. That's where I'm at now. I've been back out on the site, actually the same site where I met him. I need to get some new sites. I'm on the same site I met him. I'm, corresponding back and forth with a couple people. Nothing serious, nothing heavy, but that's the update to the update. So don't forget to comment below if you've had some crazy drama stories with dating online, or just dating in general. Let me know in the comments. And what do you think? Just what do you think about the whole situation? And then don't forget to like, share this video with a girlfriend that might be going through the same thing, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, have a great day. Bye bye.